Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the BMW M2 CS Racing, this time at Miami Extended MIA Loop for yet another track guide. Now this is for the open setup, the production car normal events and the endurance one. And if you want to race the exact setup being used by Gianni Lutzu here, or any of the variants, quali, wet, whatever, you can do so by visiting our website sambosetups.com, or you can go to our Patreon page. There are links to both in the description, as there are for Johnny's coaching website. Check him out. He's the guy that got me from 1200 to 5.5k. Well worth it. Right, let's go. We are smashing it over the start finish line and start braking at the 150, holding it around 65-70%, trail it off down to third gear, back on the gas. We're just going to do a lift through 2 and then another lift through 3, and be prepared to immediately get on the brakes once we go past the 50, trail it off down to second gear, back on the gas, head over to the right hand side. Now at the 50, turn in, down to third gear, back on the gas, going to cut that corner with a big lift, smaller lift through the last corner, exit nice and wide. We're going to look for the the 100 again as we come into turn 11, back on the gas, right on the limits of track limits. Again, in my defense, it's 5 AM when I'm recording this, having to fit it around a weekend with the family. 150 board on the right hand side, on the brakes up to about 70%. Why pull that speed off? Down to second gear, long trail off, down to the apex, back on the gas. I'm going to be flat now through the remainder of the track. Cutting the corner, and over and across the line we go in a 1:14.9. That's incredible. Right, breakdown lap coming up next. Okay, breakdown lap. So first braking marker is going to be just after this 150 board on the left hand side. And so as you can see, he's already almost at peak pressure by the time he gets to the 100. Brakes up to a 70% max, trails it off in third gear, picking back up on the gas at the apex. Head over to the right hand side. Now we're going to turn in and we're going to do a lift down to about 50%. Back on the gas once the car's settled. And now we're going to do a lift again through this, holding it. Now you see this orange board on the right hand side. Now in real life that lets us know that that's where we can go and hide behind and where a marshal can pop out of. But what we're going to do is we're going to leave it just a beat after we go past it, and then we're going to get on the brakes, pointing to the outside of the corner initially, wipe that speed off down to second gear. It's a very slippery corner, so you've got to be quite suspect, or you've got to take your time putting the throttle back on. And again, we're going to use this 50 board. We're going to start our turn in and go on the brakes as soon as it's disappeared. And again, peak pressure of 60%. Back on the gas at the first apex. Doesn't make it up to 100% before he's doing a lift. And look how much he's cutting that corner. So be aware you can cut that corner quite a lot. And now just a little lift through this final part of the chicane. Exit nice and wide. This isn't an off track out here. Right, we're going to use the 50 board. Sorry, no, we're not. We're going to use the 100 board here coming into turn 11. So we get on the 100, on the brakes up to about 60%. Going to trail that off, getting on the gas just ahead of the apex. Exit nice and wide. And again, he's just staying within the track limits here, keeping his left-hand tyres on the raised curbing. Very important corner. It's got the longest straight coming after it. And I'm guessing that's where most people are losing their time when they're first trialing this circuit. Right, 150 board is going to be our final braking marker. We get on the brakes and again, holding it around 65-70%, trying to stay out that ABS, saving the tyres, down to second gear, back on the gas at the apex. And now we're flat. So that is the breakdown lap for the BMW M2 CS Racing at Miami Extended MIA Loop. And we have one final version coming up next with the driving line on without me talking, which is a blessed relief.